Hi there, I'm Jamie Taylor. Welcome to Your Health Matters, brought to you by Kingman Regional Medical Center, your community-owned hospital. This program focuses on healthcare services and issues relevant to you and your family. I hope you'll stay tuned after these messages. I've got a great guest on the show today. Welcome back to Your Health Matters. My guest today is Dr. Diane Hayden with First Chiropractic. Thanks for being on the show, Diane.
Thanks for having me here, Jamie.
We've got some fun things to talk about.
We sure do.
Okay, we're going to start by talking about CAM.
Okay.
What's CAM?
Everybody asks me that. What is CAM? CAM is an acronym that stands for Complementary and Alternative Medicine.
Okay.
Those are forms of medicine and treatment and healing that are considered outside of allopathic or regular medicine.
Okay.
But might be complementary or alternative to what regular medicine has to offer for people.
Okay. So we have a subcommittee now of the KRMC Foundation.
We do.
Called the CAM Committee.
Yes.
And that's their whole focus, is to help provide finances or those kind of therapies for people.
Yes. As you know, the committee got started a couple of years ago. There were a couple of memorial donations.
Right.
And KRMC Foundation stepped up to the plate to create the committee. Right. And it took us a couple of years to get all the paperwork out of the way and get people invited to join. You know, we have lots of doctors and other types of healthcare practitioners who are involved with the CAM committee. So we have a mission statement to expand the scope of the knowledge of CAM in our community, in the whole county, although our basis is right here with KRMC, and to educate people about those services and to also raise money to provide funds for services for people who couldn't otherwise afford to get those types of services.
So when we're talking about those types of services, what would fall under that?
Well, the largest form of CAM in the United States is chiropractic. Okay. Right. So we have lots of chiropractors involved on the committee, thank goodness. Yeah. And massage therapy would be one type. Homeopathic medicine, naturopathic medicine, hypnotherapy, are some energy therapies, are some acupuncture,
I say that wrong.
acupuncture, depends on what part of the country you're from.
Tomato and tomato.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are all forms of complementary and alternative medicine.
And I know that at one time, of course, those kind of things were kind of concerned. No, is that really healthcare related? But they are, and I know we're doing even at our hospice home. They're using a lot of those complementary types of healthcare for our patients. Yes. It helps a lot with pain management. I think that's one of the biggest things that our committee is seeing a need for, right, is alternatives to drugs.
Well, oftentimes patients seek the care of a CAM practitioner for alternatives to drugs. And so the alternatives might be improving their diet, exercising more regularly, getting manipulation to help with their pain, taking nutritional supplements, having acupuncture, so getting massage. All of those things can be helpful for pain management. But I have to tell you, I think CAM practitioners in general are the original wellness doctors. We're the ones who forever have been touting, that you have a balance between your mind, body, and spirit. Right. That you address all the aspects of your health, your structural, your chemical, your emotional issues, and that you address those. So most CAM practitioners have been doing that for years, where they're talking to people about eating less sugar, cutting down on caffeine, losing weight, exercising a little more, and then giving them treatment alternatives that certainly can be alternatives to allopathic medicine. The great thing about Kingman, however, is that our allopathic medicine base here is very receptive.
That's good.
To those types of care and therapy. And the great majority of my practice is referral and inter-referral with the medical practitioners.
Super.
Yeah, so people should have the best of both worlds.
Right, right. And it is a whole body experience. I mean, I think more and more individuals are starting to recognize too how they all tie together.
Yes.
And it isn't just a matter of giving me a pill to make this part feel good.
Right.
That there's a reason that part's not
Right.
feeling good.
I might need that pill
Yeah.
to knock it down so that now I can address the real problem,
Right.
which
And-
is, you know, my shoulder doesn't move right.
Right. And sometimes the pills or the shots, whatever, can mask that pain to a point then where you think, oh, I'm fine,
Yes.
and haven't gotten to the root of
Right.
what the true issue was.
Right. Really not gotten down to what is the function, the structural problem,
Right.
you know, that set it all up to begin with.
Well, and to me, what I think what's exciting about our CAM committee is the collaboration
Yes.
of all of these different groups that are, and healthcare providers that have come together. And instead of, you know, I'm doing this and, well, I'm doing that type of thing, we're all working together for the patient's well-being.
That's right. The better this committee does, and the more education we're able to do for the community, the more funds we're able to raise for our patient bases, the better it is. And the collaboration between the different CAM practitioners, as well as between the CAM practitioners and the allopathic doctors, is really what is going to make this a success. It's also the biggest challenge, because as
Sure.
you know, Jamie, doctors are busy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, yep, I know.
And
yeah.
in Kingman, everybody is involved in lots of things.
Right.
And so you ask people to get involved in one more thing.
And they kind of get that glazed look in their eye, like, really? No.
So, but it's exciting because this is new, you know, and our fundraiser is very new
Yep,
to
so
Kingman, and we're excited, you know, to offer that and to bring that. And so that's a little bit of a challenge, but it's a challenge that the doctors are stepping up to meet. I think we have lots of ideas for the committee. I think one of the things that we'd all like to see is more of that collaboration, more where we share about the successes or the failures that we've had in trying particular techniques, and in just sharing what we've found that works or doesn't work.
Right.
And lots of places to go from there.
Yeah,
Lots of
absolutely.
places to go.
Well, and like we've talked about, that education, both for the healthcare providers and the patients for our community, is critical. So I know that we're working on getting some pieces out there at the health fairs and
Yes.
things like that. But we talk about fundraising, and that's where we're going to get lots of communication out there in the public about CAM with our CAM BAM.
That's what we're trying. Now you have to say it right.
I know, CAM
Bam!
BAM.
There's supposed to
There you
be an exclamation
Exclamation.
or two or three or four, depending on how loud you are. I love the way Dr. Yamaguchi says
Yes.
it. He's the best. He's the one who came up with the name, as you know. And I like that BAM because it's in your face, you know.
Yep.
We're getting your attention.
Right.
But it's also tying us in with our event date, which is very close to 4th of July.
Right.
And the BAM that we experience with our explosions
Fireworks,
and the
right.
fireworks. Yes, we're hoping to create some fireworks in the community.
I think it's going to be.
With
We've
it.
got a fun poster here that shows a little bit more about what it's doing. So
Yes.
the CAM BAM
BAM.
is a BAM. I'll get it right yet. So let's talk about what that is.
Okay, it's not your average race.
Right.
It is an obstacle challenge. The race takes place on a 5K course.
Okay.
And you run, and then you have to face an obstacle. And the obstacle can be a lot of different things. Our particular course has 19 obstacles.
Whew.
And the course was designed by Anna Scheffler and Lynn Peterson, as you
Okay.
know. And we're really, really happy to see that Mojave Community College has partnered with us and with KRMC Foundation to provide the course. So the first 8 obstacles are part of what's called the Lower Ropes course at MCC. And then the rest goes out into the desert, so that we do have a total of about 5K on the course. And you're going to find things like a wall that you have to scale with ropes. You're going to have to climb through big
tires.
culverts.
Oh,
You're
culverts,
going to
yeah.
have to navigate tires. You may have to carry a sandbag somewhere and put it
okay.
down. You may have to carry something that challenges your balance.
Okay.
You definitely are going to have to cross some ravines.
Okay.
And the finish, I don't know if I should tell you, but it's fun. The finish, there's hay bales also on the course, but the finish is mud, so don't wear your favorite shoes. It's mud, and then everyone gets hosed down,
Awesome.
you know, by one of our sponsors, which is going to be a lot of fun. So especially because we're in the heat of the summer,
right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the other BAM thing about it. It's fun to do it early in the morning and to cool people off.
That's a great idea. I know a few people have said July. It's gonna be hot. I said, but you're gonna have all that water, so you'll be cooling off, and we'll have water along the way, I'm sure. And and at the finish line, there'll be plenty of water afterwards.
And some of our sponsors are also donating sports drinks, and you know, we're going to make sure people can be well hydrated. I want to say that what I really like about tying in the CAM-BAM as an obstacle challenge is that complementary and alternative medicine really focuses not on treating an illness, but on removing the obstacles to your health.
Oh, that's good.
You know,
that's good.
It really is. And so we want to start talking to people about what is the obstacle to your optimum health. Is it that you're addicted to cigarettes?
Right.
You know, there's lots of courses right here at KRMC that can help people with that. Is it weight loss? Is that your challenge? Is your challenge that you just don't get up and move your body enough? Is stress just making you a bundle of nerves? You know, what is it? And so I like the obstacle challenge because it reminds people to remove the obstacles from their health.
I like that connection too.
Yeah.
This is a good place to take a break because we want to talk more about the event and how people can get involved.
Great.
So we're going to go look at a few messages and we'll be back. Stay tuned to learn more about that CAM-BAM. Welcome back to Your Health Matters. My guest today is Dr. Hayden. We've been talking about the CAM-BAM.
CAM-BAM.
One of these days I'll get it right. So I liked what you were saying before the break, Diane, about how the obstacle course, which is what the CAM-BAM is all about, but it ties into what complementary alternative medicine does. It's helping to remove obstacles. That's right. Really cool. I hadn't thought of that connection. That's good.
It was just a piece of inspiration that came
I'm impressed.
to me.
Okay, so it's July 7th at 6:30 a.m. So
that's the first flight.
Okay.
Now, one thing I want to tell you is this event has something for everyone.
Okay.
If you are a serious competitor, it is a serious competition.
Okay.
All right? If you have never done anything like this before, like me, right, you're going to have a blast. Okay. So we're not going to put you with the serious competitors.
That's good.
If you've never done anything
because I'd hate to hold them back.
Yeah. Yes, and I just hate to embarrass myself anyway. But we are going to start the serious competitors right out the gate. Our goal is to start at 6:30 a.m.
Okay.
So if you haven't pre-registered and you want to show up that day and register, you really should get there quite early.
Right.
You know, we are going to be there and be ready, you know, probably by 5:30 at the very latest.
Okay.
Okay. So crack of dawn, sun is up. We'll be out at MCC. We'll be there. It's even better though if you pre-register.
Okay.
And actually, there is a discount for people who register early. Okay. If you register before June
1st. Coming up.
Yes, June 1st. The fee is only $40.
Okay.
And for children, $10.
Okay.
If you wait till after June 1st, then the fee is $60. or 15 for children.
Okay.
All right, and I just mentioned children. Let me talk about the different levels of
Yes,
competition.
okay.
So we have a serious competition
Right.
if you are a serious competitor.
Okay.
We have, after that, hopefully starting about 30 minutes behind the serious competitors,
Okay.
will be our weekend warriors. Those people who run your 5Ks
Right.
every time they come along.
Okay, yep,
Okay?
yep.
And who probably have participated in a warrior dash or two
Okay,
that's around
right,
the country.
okay.
Or a mud run.
Yeah.
You know, those things that they like to do. So we're going to start them hopefully by 7 a.m.
Okay.
The next class, which is the I've never done anything
Yeah.
like this before person, is the C class, and they're going to start hopefully at about 7:30.
Okay.
So when we stagger the competitors on the course, we'll be able to get everyone finished before it gets too crazy hot.
Right.
And we'll be able to celebrate with awards and a barbecue.
Very
The last competition, well, not last, but next to last, are the team competitors.
Oh,
And
that's right.
we
Okay.
are inviting 2-man and 4-man teams
Okay.
to compete. When you're in the team competition, your team has to finish together.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So it's not like a tag team. It's you're
No,
actually
the
doing.
team has to do it. You have to get everyone in the team over, around, or through that obstacle.
Okay.
All right. Together.
Right.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's go. And then finally we're going to have a kids competition. So
Fun.
after all of that is finished, we'll all be able to pitch in and kind of help with the kids competition.
Excellent.
It's not a 5K
Oh,
for the
okay.
kids. It is about one
Oh,
mile.
1 mile. Okay.
And they do have several of the same obstacles, but
Okay.
but not the same. It's not the same length. Everybody does end up in the same
Mud pit.
mud crawl and wash off, I think. So we're going to have a great time with that. Kids are considered 12 and under.
Okay.
If you have a 12-year-old who's done these things before,
Yeah.
runs these races,
So there are people like that out there.
there
I guess.
there are. If you have 12-year-olds who really want to, who've done this stuff before,
Right.
sign them up, put
Okay.
them in the C class.
Okay.
And we'd love to see them.
Great.
See them there.
Yeah.
so.
It's going to be a fun event. Now, active.com, I think, is they can sign up online.
They can sign
Okay.
up online at active.com. We're receiving registrations today. It's so
Yay.
exciting.
Yay! I know, it's starting to get out there. The word's getting out into the community,
is.
so that's really cool. And we're still, sponsorship opportunities are still available.
Yes. Yes.
So we have some different levels on that as well.
We have all kinds of ways for
Okay.
people, groups, and the community to get
Okay.
involved. We are asking for sponsorships of our obstacles. So
Okay.
first of all, we've had a number of individuals in the community and organizations that have stepped up to build the course.
Okay.
Because these courses don't, I mean,
Yeah, it's not sitting around waiting to
not.
somebody come and do it.
it's not. And so some organizations in town have donated different items: hay, mattresses, tires, culverts, those type of things
Okay.
we need. And then other organizations are building the actual obstacles for
Okay.
us. We have a lot of the gyms in town involved.
Right.
Shift Gym is involved. Energy Gym is involved. CrossFit of Lake Havasu
Oh,
is
wow,
involved.
that's cool.
Yay!
Yay.
Frontier, MCC, and of course the Del Webb KRMC
yeah.
Fitness Center is involved in the construction. I think all of our obstacles have been
Like spoken
for.
for?
They
Okay.
are built, but we invite then companies to sponsor that obstacle.
Okay.
So you're going to, if you do a $500 sponsorship, which is our top tier sponsorship, your banner is going to be out on the course, and you're going to have a sign that says, "This obstacle sponsored by First Chiropractic."
Yay.
And you can have fun with that obstacle. Your company can have fun with
so
that.
like we can have some of our folks out there
Yes.
cheerleading. I'm a good cheerleader.
Yes. Well, it's going to be an event that's just going to be fun to come out and
Yeah,
watch,
yeah.
actually. But for instance, my business, First Chiropractic, is sponsoring the wall climb. And we are going to have a big sign that says, "Do you have the spine to make the climb?"
Very
And we're
good.
going to have people manning the obstacle, of course, to throw the ropes and that kind of thing.
Okay.
I should mention right now, I think, that we have been asked if you're going to be able to buy passes.
That's what I was just thinking of that. We got to make sure we talk about the, what do we call it, mulligans?
Yeah,
instead of mulligans?
Yes. You know, golf tournaments have mulligans.
Right.
Where you can pay to have, I think, 2 mulligans
right.
per tournament. So we are discussing selling 2 muddigans that allow you to take a pass on the obstacle.
Okay. So if you look at that wall and go, no.
Or if you try it 3 times and you're just not getting over it, we'll have something that can be torn off your race bib or given to the attendant of the obstacle to pass on that. Okay. So you'll get a couple of those. There may be some obstacles that you can't pass on. I will tell you that. That's because there's just no way to get you around it.
Right,
like you got to get through it. Like a ravine or something. You got to go down and up if you don't go over. So those type of things. So the companies who are $500 sponsors can have fun with that. They can have their own people man it. If not, we have volunteers.
Right. Okay.
And if people from the community would like to volunteer to help man the obstacles, we'd love to hear from them as well.
So do we have a phone number that people should call for more information or to volunteer?
Absolutely. If you want to volunteer to get involved, you can call my office, First Chiropractic, 757-2800. 2800.
Right.
And you can leave your name and a phone number and contact. I will tell you that many of the organizations out at MCC, the student organizations, have also said that they're interested. And also the bicycling clubs in town, or the Bike World, have volunteered to, have volunteers there to help us with that. Excellent. We are going to need about 40 or 50
Yeah, that's a
people.
it really is a big event.
It's a big undertaking.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces to it. And before I forget, at the end, we've talked about there's an award ceremony at 10:30, so people need to stick around for that. And then there's going to be a barbecue. Little beverages going on afterwards.
Beverages, there will be the beer word, yes, there will, but there's also non-alcoholic. And that should be very exciting. We have a special Cam Bam awards that we are going to give out and have fun with.
Great.
Also, the $500 sponsors are going to have large presence on our race t-shirts and also a booth if they want it. So we will have some vendors on site for people who just come to see the event, can come and speak with the vendors and see them. And then, of course, our $500 sponsors get a 4-man team. Okay. So if they want a team to represent their company and wear their company t-shirts, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Great. Okay.
The second level down on the sponsorship is a $250. That's everything that the 500 gets except for just a 2-man team.
Oh, okay.
So you, presence on the t-shirt, a little bit smaller, with the logo. Yeah. And also a 2-man team, a vendor space, sign at your obstacle, those type of things. And then we do have, for people who just want to donate $100, put your name, your business name on the t-shirt. We love that. I've even had some individuals from the community just say to me, well, how can I, what can I do? And I'm like, well, if you just want to support the CAM committee, we take donations. We're a 501(c)(3) organization. It's charitable. Anything you want to send, and any checks really could be sent directly to KRMC Foundation. Just you want to put CAM BAM or CAM committee on there. And that can be a donation as well.
And it's tax deductible.
Tax deductible, that's the fun thing.
And I think we might want to just talk real quick about what those funds that we're raising are for. And we sort of talked about it at the beginning of the show, but it is to help provide those complementary alternative healthcare services for people who don't have the money.
That's right. Certain CAM procedures like chiropractic are covered by insurance or somewhat by insurance. Like, since 1972, chiropractors have been paid by Medicare to provide manipulation. Most insurances cover some degree, but in this day and age, your deductibles are going up, your co-pays are going up, and sometimes those are barriers to people being able to get care that they need. Other forms like massage, acupuncture, Ayurvedic medicine, homeopathy, nutritional supplements are not traditionally covered.
Yeah. Well, we're going to, unfortunately, time's up already.
Oh, wow.
But so we have to remember to active.com.
Active.com.
Where they can go.
Or the KRMC Foundation website.
Okay.
Please.
Or 757-2800 for
Yes.
more information. Sorry, guys. I know this was a fun show. It went really fast. Join me next week. I'll have another great guest on the show for you.